that was the S part, being very specific as to what your goals are. Now we're going to cover the M, and the M stands for measurable. How do you know you're making progress if you don't know where you started, right? So one of the things that you have to do when you are setting goals is starting a baseline. When Sherlyn and I started working together, what was one of the things that we did?
We did a baseline to see just what my capabilities were.
Right.
And to weigh and measure.
So we did fitness assessment tests. Now, if you don't have someone to do this for you, you can do it on your own. I'm going to send you guys some information after the workshop that'll be helpful. But measuring, how many push-ups can you do? Okay? So say, for instance, you want your upper body strength to improve. She just gave me a look like, I don't do push-ups. She said, no, I don't do push-ups. But let's just say your goal is to increase your upper body strength, right? How do you know you're making improvements if you don't know where you start? Okay? So when you're setting goals, all of your goals have to have a measurement. If you want to lose weight and lose 5 pounds by February 10th, you need to know how much do you weigh now. Okay? So the M in goal setting is measurable. If you want to increase your mile time, you got to know where you're at. You can't say I want to shave a minute off, but you don't even know what time it is. Okay? I want to do 20 more squats, but how many can you do now? Okay? So M stands for measurable. The next part of goal setting is for attainable. Okay? How many of you have set goals and you couldn't reach them because they just were off the chart? We all should raise our hand because we've all done that. I've had people come to me and say, Coach Jay, I want to lose 60 pounds. And I'm like, great. And they're like, I want to do it in 30 days.
Really?
Seriously. So what happens is when we set goals that are not attainable, how do you feel when you've set a goal and you don't reach it? Okay? You feel like a failure? What else? Failure? That's a word we often use.
You feel bad, like you didn't accomplish.
Not accomplished, right? But did we really fail? Or did we set goals that were not attainable? Okay? So if you're telling yourself you want to lose weight and you want to tone and you want to get in shape, okay, but if that goal is not attainable and you told yourself you're going to lose 30 pounds by tomorrow, you didn't fail. The goal that you set was not attainable. Okay? And so that's that self-talk and dialogue we talked about before. You're not a failure. Only time you fail is sometimes if you don't try. Period. Okay? So set attainable goals. The next one, realistic. It's kind of the same thing as attainable. As I'm setting this goal, is it realistic to say that I'm going to meet this goal? Yeah, you can reach it, but not tomorrow. She's laughing because it's true. Okay? Set attainable goals will be realistic about the time that you allow yourself to reach them, and that's the T. Okay? Make these goals time sensitive. Okay? When we say I'm going to get fit this year, what does that mean to me? What does that mean to you? If I say, I'm going to get fit this year, that means I got 11 months and like 20-some days to do it. It's not time sensitive. So what does that do? It's like, well, I got 9 more months, so what? I'm not doing nothing today. But doesn't that do that before the paper was due? Let's be real. Okay? Girl, I got 2 days left, but you have 3 months. There's something about we crunch time and we feel rushed. Be time sensitive. In the next 2 months, I want to achieve this attainable, realistic goal. Because what that does for you is sets expectations of you on a daily basis. If you want to lose those 20 pounds by March, that means at 5 o'clock in the morning or whenever you wake up, you need to be up walking. You need to be up running. That pizza that you want to have with your friends every weekend ain't going to happen. Because you got a goal to reach. And that's what happens when we don't reach goals. We get kind of lost. Right? There's nothing to aim for. So we wake up every morning and day after day. Okay? So tell me what SMART stands for. S stands for? Y'all was listening. M stands for?
Measurable.
in here. We didn't talk about a lot of stuff, but we get into the meat of it now. Okay, so somebody give me a benefit of resistance training, or i.e. weight training. Tammy, give me a benefit, darling. Muscle, strength, toning, benefit. Okay. Toning, benefit of resistance training, weight loss. What about one thing that we didn't mention? Stronger bones. Aha! Your face tells me a lot. Okay? When we get older, I know, how many of you heard of osteoporosis? Okay? More common in Caucasian and Asian women, but African American women have it as well. So what happens is when we resistance train, our bodies develop new bone cells, and it causes our bones to thicken. So as we get older, how many of you have you ever heard of sarcopenia? Research shows by the age of 35, we start to lose muscle tissue. Okay? How many of you seen those frail old people walking like this? Okay? They've got osteoporosis. Their bones became so brittle. You often hear about people die after they fall when they're older. They don't fall because they fell into something. They fell because a bone broke. Did you know that? And falls are the leading cause of older people's death. So y'all may be looking at me like, girl, I ain't nowhere near old or death. Yeah, but everything you do now will equal to what you do when you're older. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about one of the most important things when you're lifting weights. Go ahead and grab your dumbbells. Sherlyn, what is the one thing that I always told you about?
Straight up.
Posture. Posture. I am the posture police. Okay? And this is a principle. No matter what you're doing, whether you're doing dumbbell curls, doing lateral shoulder raises, posture is everything. So we're going to start from the bottom up. And I'm going to stand to the side so you can see me. Whenever you're standing, so we're going to start with our feet. Can you feel your feet firmly placed on the ground? Okay? I like to call this the wave. Okay? We're going to start at our feet. Now, what about your knees? How are your knees right now? I saw a lot of them locked out. They should be a slight bend. Okay? Slight bend, just a little bit. There you go. Slight bend. Very good. From there, what is my favorite C word? Core and contract. Yes, core. Our core, or the center of our body, controls every single movement we do. Okay? And oftentimes you hear people say, oh, girl, I threw my back out. Well, they didn't have a strong core. Okay? So your core is tight. From there, we call this retracted. Have you ever seen people roll their shoulders forward like that? That is such bad posture. Shoulders back. Good. And you always want to keep your head straight or neutral. Man, y'all look like y'all been doing this forever. What? Very good. Core tight. Good. Slight bend in the knees, shoulders back. Very good. All right. You had good. Somebody taught you right. Give me just a slight bend in your knee. All right. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you a very common movement. We all want those nice toned arms. We're going to do bicep curls. When you're curling your biceps, you want to make sure that your elbows are locked into your side. Palms are facing outward. Good. With a slight bend in your knees, curl up, leaving the elbows tucked into your side. Good. Bring them back down. Very good. Breathe out. Now we're going to do breathe. So exhale. When you exert, inhale as the muscles lengthen. Exhale as you exert. Good. Inhale as the muscle lengthens. One more time. Exhale as you exert. Inhale as the muscles lengthen. Very good. Somebody go ahead, drop your waist. Tell me correct posture. Who wants to tell me correct posture? Oh, everybody looking at me like, what you talking about, Coach Jay? Drop your waist. feet. Help your sister out. From the feet.
From the feet. Plant it down.
Plant it, yes.
Plant it. Slightly bent.
Come be my instructor. No pressure, no pressure.
Feet planted on the floor. Knees slightly bent. Good.
Now I saw you put your hand there, but you didn't verbalize to me.
Okay, right.
Start over.
I want to say, okay, feet planted on the floor. Knees slightly bent. Contract.
Contract what?
Your core. Contract your core. Shoulders up and straight.
Oh! Good job. One more person. Come show us proper performance, lady. Show what you're working with. Show us what you got.
All right. Feet planted. Knees slightly bent. Contract your core. Shoulders up.
And where do our head go?
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so literally that is the basic of every single movement, okay? So when you're in class and you see somebody not doing the right posture, don't say nothing to them. Just keep it in your own head. Don't go around correcting somebody else's posture. You laugh because you know you know about it. So the next thing, let's talk about breathing, okay? What do you think happens when you're lifting weights and you hold your breath? No oxygen, right? No oxygen means what? You'll pass out.
Are you building up lactic acid?
Well, lactic acid is a byproduct of exercising, but you're on the right track.
Not efficient.
It's not efficient. No oxygen, no movement. Okay? So there's two phases of movement. Okay? Go ahead and grab your dumbbells again. I don't care what exercise you're doing, these two phases of movement applies to each one. The first one is what we're going to do is called contraction. Okay? You're going to contract or shorten the muscles. This is called the concentric movement of the concentric phase of the movement. So bring your arms off to your side, squeeze up. Can you feel stay there. Can you feel the biceps contracting or shortening? And if you can't feel it, your weights are probably too light, but we don't need any heavier weight. Okay? Now, exhale. Hold on, let's slow down. When you come down, that's the eccentric movement or the lengthening of the movement. That's when you exhale. Very good. Inhale as you contract. Exhale as you exert. Very good. Inhale as you contract. Exhale as you exert. Very good. Somebody tell me the two phases of a movement. Somebody be her sister's keeper. What are the two phases of movement? Concentric and eccentric. Has anybody seen my Sharpie? Can you guys see that? Concentric means to what? Contract. Good. Give me the other phase of movement. Oh, yeah! Oh! Exhale. Good job. But also, what are we doing? Lengthening. I love it. Love it. Love it. I got paper. Who wants to write notes? Okay. Repeat last time. The contraction part of the movement is called concentric. And on the concentric movement, what do you do? Inhale. Eccentric means exhale, lifting. Very good. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Now we're going to do, go ahead and put your dumbbells down. We're going to do one of the most popular movements, and you hear people say it all the time, drop it like it's hot. Squat like it's hot. The infamous squats, okay? This is one of the basic movements that every workout program has. So, back in that chair, and then come back up. Okay? Once again, sit your hips back in that chair, and come up. When you are squatting, your knees should not go over your toes. You may see a lot of people do this. Okay? Wrong. You're going to kill your knees. Watch my knee. What do you know about my knee? Okay? Go ahead and bring your feet hip width apart. Core tight. Okay? You're going to imagine pushing your hips back and sitting in a chair. Let's squat. Core tight. Stay there. Once you get into it, so I can see your knees. Sit back a little bit more in that chair. Do you feel that? Do you feel any pressure on your knees? Yeah, you're forward a lot. So come up. So one of the things that you want to avoid when you're squatting is doing this. Okay? Your forward flexion or your chest forward. You want to pretend as if I put a metal pole throughout your entire body and you're squatting back. Try it again. Good. Come up. Try it again. Squat back. And up. Last time. I'm doing it right. Okay. So, okay. Pretend like I put a chair behind you. Okay. What is your natural reaction? Do you see how your hips went there? Do it again. Good. Okay. So you got the hips right, but are you afraid to bend at the knees? Okay. Come to the wall. So guys, another option while you're building the strength in your legs and your hips is a wall squat. So same concept. Bring your legs hip width apart. Okay. Place your hands where you're most comfortable. Squat. There you go. And back up.
Okay. Can I have a wall from now?
Yes, the wall is yours, darling. Ready? Squat. And back up. Okay. Squat.
Yes.
And back up. The good thing about the wall, for some of us, it's not safe sitting back. So we feel like we're going to fall. Knowing that the wall is there kind of gives you that security. So keep in mind, too, your knees still don't need to go over your toes. Bring your feet out. Nope.
Out more?
Out front. Forward. So still hip width apart. Bring your feet forward towards me. More? Yep. Oh my God. Hips